Fair Game Friday. Hey.
Hey.
What it do? What it do?
What's up?
Welcome to Fair Game Fridays. I'm Vicky Rowe.
I'm Pierre Javon.
And I'm Nelly P. And we are coming to you live from Chronicles from the Kitchen. My kitchen.
Youre, what's poppin'?
What it is though.
We hope everyone signed up so you can talk with us, Ustream.
Yes, the same way that you guys made profiles on the Mixler app. You can do that also on the Ustream app, and you can live chat. I think, what do you press?
Social stream.
Social stream, and you can be able to talk, you can interact, just as we did on the Mixler app. And from now on, this is how you will be seeing us. Maybe not always in my kitchen, but you're going to be seeing us somewhere or another. We still going to give y'all the
Friday from 6 to 7.
Right, like we've been
trying. It's easier to be on the radio.
Definitely.
Because you don't got to look the part. But whatever.
That's all good.
This is us, and we're here.
Yes.
So, we're going to get it started. Got my desk and stuff, y'all.
In case you missed it.
So, yeah, in case you missed it, Rick Ross has been released. Finally.
$2 million bond.
Mind you, Dylan Roof had.
Which is just...
We're not going to talk about it.
Separate show.
But Rick Ross is out of jail now. Shout out to Bay holding him down while he was in jail. Diddy's charges were dropped. I don't have any information about that.
Me neither. Charges got dropped.
Diddy's don't have anything to worry about. He's fine.
Yeah, money rules everything around me.
Kurt Frost got arrested.
For reckless,
driving, yeah.
Like
on a dirt bike.
Yeah, him and his group of friends were driving crazy in the street. They got pulled over and he got arrested.
And it's a funny video on Instagram.
It's hilarious.
Whoever caught it live, him getting arrested, and the girl like, Rashida ain't gonna bail you out.
That's my favorite.
I didn't watch it.
I sure enough did.
Well, I did, but I didn't understand.
Oh, okay.
I know.
What else? Nicole and Boris show. We have told y'all about that in case you missed the segments of our show. It will be premiering this week. Coming up. What day?
The 5th. Monday.
So next week.
Tuesday.
Sunday.
Sunday.
It's on a Monday, but it's
on
the
okay.
6th.
So it's the 6th.
Yeah. Which is a great look.
It's okay.
Black people on daytime TV.
Black people meet.
Yes.
So shout out to Nicole and Boris, and they've been doing a lot of press. They've been getting a lot of activity.
Looking gorgeous.
Their interviews have been really
good. Because they look good at the BET Awards. We'll get into that later.
And sidebar, last week we talked about making a list, and Boris talked about making a list about the person you want, and then asking yourself, does this person want me?
So shout out to Boris for being a real.
Yes, he listens to Fair Game. He'll be on next week.
Both of them. Nene is leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, I am sketched about that because Nene was funny. Like, Nene was funny. Nene was a good time to me. Sometimes she was annoying. I mean, she gave me different things, different seasons. But she will be missed. I'm trying to figure out how this gonna work.
I think that it's gonna be fine. Because, I mean, like, the last couple of years, Nene, she doesn't really want to be on it. She's the anchor person because she's been on it the longest. But I don't think she has as many, I don't think many people want to see her as they want to see maybe some other people. But I think they all go together. You don't just, watch for one person. So.
Well, I'm glad she's leaving. I think you can just tell that she's over it.
Yeah.
And I think she's on to bigger and better things. And they're trying to keep her in this box of the old Nene and the Nene she used to be. And I think she's grown a lot from that.
No, I don't think she's grown that much. But I think that her wanting to grow and be different was becoming annoying because you don't have to be on this show. If you all of this and you the main person, this show ain't nothing without you and blah, blah, don't have that attitude while you're doing the show because it just seems like, well, then move, then leave, then go somewhere else. I didn't like that. Like, that whole thing.
I love Nene. But I think she has grown.
Yeah, I like her. I mean, for the better, whatever. But I had read something and it was saying that, something about Kim Fields is allegedly supposed to be getting on the show, and Nene doesn't want to be on there with Kim Fields because something about Kim Fields has been kind of successful. Some bull crap. Y'all know how these blogs be going, but whatever.
We'll see.
On our segment of Black Girls Rock, Misty Copeland.
Shout out to the dancer.
Go, Misty.
She is the first African-American principal dancer at, what is it called?
American
ABT.
There you go. She's making history.
She is. Her pictures are gorgeous.
Yes.
Like, shout out to her.
And the other Black Girls Rock you tagged me in today, Ava DuVernay. Did she get an award?
Yes.
At the 365
for being on Power.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that. Also Black Girls Rock. This isn't listed, but Nicole Bitchy. Shout out to Nicole Bitchy. She's turning down her blog she's putting it in other people's hands, and she's moving on to bigger and better. So shout out to Nicole Bitchy. We follow you. We watch you. We rock with you. You give great inspirational speeches. You do a lot for the young women. You try to anyway, whether they.
And if you've been following her, you can see like her evolving and knowing why she wants to move on from blogging and do like more stuff. And like I know that's her how she started in her comfort zone, and then she talked about like stepping out and trying something different. But I think it's gonna be a good look for her.
Yeah, and if you want to know the full story, she wrote a letter. You can go to her website to see it.
Yes,
NicoleBitchy.com. Apple Music. If you all have iPhones, there was an update this week. Victoria, jump in. There was
12 updates I need to do.
There was an update this week, and you can update your software and have the Apple Music app, which is just like Spotify. It's just like Spotify. It's like everything else. You get a 3-month free trial, but as soon as that 3 months is over, you start paying because you can't use it unless you sign up for the 3 months and put your card information in. So they're definitely gonna make sure that after that 3 months,
put a reminder on your phone.
That's how they get people out.
If that's what you want to do.
Right. So it's like I have Spotify and I rock with Spotify, but it's just like it's the same thing. Like, it's the same exact thing. Yeah. But nonetheless, success comes in many different ways, shapes, and forms. So shout out to Apple doing things that we're not surprised about.
And Pharrell is with Apple Music too.
Yeah. Pharrell. Shout out to Pharrell. Period.
Was it Taylor Swift that's doing Apple Music deal?
I don't think so.
I mean, who's she doing it with? No, Drake is, but who is Taylor Swift doing her?
I thought it was.
I don't know.
Because Taylor Swift, she had a. Who is it?
But no, it is Apple because
she was saying they should pay her.
Yes, it is.
Because her thing was, why would I pay you to have my music on there? She already took her music from Spotify and all that, so she has a deal where she's getting paid for them to have her music, which is awesome.
And if we're okay, if y'all can see us and stuff, text us and let us know because
are we talking to ourselves?
Yeah, I mean not that it matters.
I got one confirmation that we are on.
Okay, so maybe let's just make sure. Yeah, somebody said they couldn't see us. That's why on my home we new to this still.
Ain't true to this.
So we're trying to figure it out. But anyway, on to music. That is one segment that we won't be having like that is the what is it called?
Song of the week.
Song of the week. But you never know. We didn't put a phone up to the computer or something to let y'all hear our song that we want to hear. Whatever. We gonna figure it out. We in the steps progression. That too. But Miguel's CD came out. Wild Hearted. Is it Wild Heart? Wild Heart. I'm gonna listen to a couple of tracks. It's Miguel.
It's a long CD.
It is a long CD. Meek Mill album came out. I listened to a couple of tracks. Bilal. BBHM, she better have my money. Her video was released. Tink Millions video was released. They actually played that in Times Square in New York. Shout out to Tink. Shout out to Rihanna. A little crazy video, but it's Rihanna. I expected it. Yeah, I expected that. So shout out to Rihanna and Tink and Miguel and Meek. Everybody making their music. Diddy, what's Diddy's song?
Oh, Finna Get Loose.
He's been doing a lot of pubbing for that on Instagram.
It's classic Diddy.
Chris killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Of course he did. It's Chris Brown.
Diddy and Pharrell. Yeah.
So yeah, that's all for in case you missed it. BET Awards.
Wait. And I have a little event for y'all to go to. Two things actually. Yes. One is called the Sky Show, which will be on July 4th, and from 2 to 10 they'll have like
working it.
Oh, great. They have like food, music, giveaways, all that stuff, and then you can go to this is at the baseball stadium, BB&T Park Stadium. Mm-hmm. Sure. And at 6 o'clock the actual game starts. You have to pay to get in the game, but the Sky show is free, and they'll have fireworks and stuff. And also
that's gonna be packed, just to let y'all know.
Yes.
And I love downtown stuff. Like I love that's how I grew up. 4 kids, you better go to something free. That's all we did was go to festivals and events. So if you're looking for something to do, you can go down there. And also on Saturday morning tomorrow from 10 to 3 in Nodi, they have like a kind of flea market type of thing. And they'll have like, what's the thing called? kind of like vintage stuff, like you know, like jewelry and furniture. Supposedly, yeah, from 10 to 3. So that should be cute too.
And we're gonna go. So
Yes.
and she'll be at the Sky Show for sure. So we'll all have a review for the 2 events that we told y'all about today, next Friday.
And a good website I found is Charlotte on the Cheap. It has all free events.
CharlotteOnTheCheap.com.
Yeah, that goes
We'll
on
tweet
throughout
that.
the month. Yes.
Now, the BET Awards, which were the longest awards in history.
Jesus.
It did.
First of all, BET, let's get that together. Okay.
I mean, it's like, I guess, you know, first of all, let me say this. BET Awards are my favorite awards.
Yeah.
And I wish more black people felt like that because I think they do a really good job of, you know, trying to give something to everybody. Whether everybody watches everything, I don't know. But I think they do a good job of trying to give something for everybody.
Appeal to the masses altogether.
Yeah. Humanitarian. Like, they try to do a lot of good things. And since people don't watch the BET Honors and the other things that may be even more positive, I think they do a good job for things that they know we're going to watch.
Okay, I see.
So what did we like?
So, it is Charlotte on the Cheap.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Well, first of all, the Bad Boys segment was amazing. I was crazy hyped. I also feel like it could have been longer, and I feel like it could have been longer and some stuff wasn't needed, if that makes sense. But everything's needed because, like she said, it appeals to a wide variety of people. So I did like that.
Saying the tribute could have been longer, or you meant
the Bad Boys?
Oh, true.
I like the Smokey Robinson segment. I love Sierra and Tinashe. First of all, I didn't even know that was her. Was she
Tinashe?
I didn't know. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know. I didn't know what I was looking at.
Oh,
You didn't know that she was the one performing?
Mm-mm.
I knew because she was going to be in the tribute.
Yeah, I
so
knew
I
that she
didn't
was following her Instagram.
Well, I don't. So that's why I didn't know. But either way, Sierra did I'm not surprised. First of all, she looked like Janet
The
Jackson.
hair.
And the face, the body language.
And both of them are two artists that kind of do the Janet Jackson. Like, normally you see a tribute where they just bring a singer to do a singer, but these people do that type of performance and that type of, music, if you will, but dancing while you're singing, that type of thing. So it's not a stretch of imagination by any means.
Most definitely. It was great. It was good. Like, I liked it altogether. I love Kendrick for the opening performance. Let's talk about people are not giving him enough credit for that. But
And his video came out this week.
oh, Music Matters. Shout out to Kendrick. I just watched it too.
Music Matters is my single favorite initiative that BET has ever done. It is so good. So many good artists come out of it, like J. Cole and Wale and Kendrick Lamar and
shout out to Tori Kelly because she ripped it.
Avery Wilson was on there. Like, it's a good.
And if y'all have been listening to the songs of the week, we had an Avery Wilson song
like 2
here.
months ago.
So y'all gotta stay in touch with us because we stay in touch with the world and we know what's going on before the world knows some songs. Okay.
Well, of course, my favorite was Chris Brown because he's just.
Which one?
Right, he was all over the place.
Just his set, was just great. Of course, when Finna Get Loose came on and he ripped it, went into the audience, walked down the aisle, he killed it. But he's a great performer overall. So regardless, I knew he was gonna have a great.
Him and Omarion was great. I love me some Omarion.
Oh my God! And I thought about you when he was pop locking all over the pyramid.
Omarion did do it.
I love Omarion. What's up?
Y'all, y'all listen.
Something else I liked. I forgot.
See, I watched it in part because I didn't get to see it. I was at work, but then I recorded it, and so I was trying to catch up on. Yes. I was trying to catch up on some of them, but I also love Janelle Monáe's performance. I thought she did really good.
Yeah, I just wish she did it like the video.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking for the video dance moves. Like, I was standing up like, baby, bend over.
She did some of them.
Baby,
She did some of them, but I think really a lot of
the
the making the video look good was a lot of the cuts too. Like, if you watch the dancers, they were doing more. Yeah. I liked, which I don't know if you pay attention to, but I like the commercials.
Yeah.
I like how they show all the stuff that's gonna be coming up on BET and a little, putting everything together. They put a lot of, they put those commercials for the 2 new black sitcoms coming on NBC. I don't know if y'all saw that.
They put them in there.
Making Goods in one of them. They'll be back to back, and we talked about that 2 months ago. How when you watch black TV shows, another network's gonna give you more. They're like, what? Black people watch TV? So they trying to compete. So shout out to them.
Yeah, we be talking about everything that's going on.
Like, before it's going on.
Anyway, so if you didn't see the BET Awards, they're playing them.
And they'll be playing them for the next 3 years.
Right.
I want them on DVD. When I was watching the years, like the little
You watch
specials
awards
lead.
on TV?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
all of like.
Like
how
when
they
I was
just
watching
go.
the specials that lead up and they show the best of and stuff, like imagine to be like 50, 60 years old and showing your kid this how Beyonce was back.
Yeah.
Like how Soul Train on DVD.
Yeah.
And you see stuff like I want like
It just because it shows the progression.
because watching it today, watching 2008, I was like, dang, I remember when that came out. Like that, and this ain't been but 6 years.
You live in the memories.
Yeah.
So
do that, BT, please.
Shout out to BT.
Yes, we might be on
Which
their network soon.
We will. Which are 4-hour-long award shows that we all just love.
Maybe we should come on an hour earlier.
They might. I mean, I think that whole.
I think Smokey took it over a little bit.
His speech. How can I forget?
Oh, yes.
He gave us some real valuable information. Like, we need to get it together and stop thinking that you're the only person that matters because you're not.
Yes.
Like,
and this is coming from a man with stats, hits, and everything.
We need to pull up each other on one accord. We need to promote each other. We need to support fair game.
Pro me.
Support.
NC State. But yeah, so that's enough for the BET Awards.
Yes.
You have something you want to talk about today? No, you want to talk about it?
I mean, I asked y'all if y'all want to.
I don't know.
Okay. Nope. Hey Jada, shout out to Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, because she's in a new movie. Or is that a show?
No, she's in Magic Mike.
That's a movie, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to
Magic Mike,
Jada.
what is it? Reloaded or something?
XXL.
Channing
Something like that.
Yes.
is in there. Shout out to Channing Tatum.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Jamie Foxx sing the song with Channing Tatum, YouTube it. From like a year ago.
Jamie
Hilarious.
Foxx. Ah! Jamie Foxx sings with Channing Tatum. It's on there.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
We'll keep it moving. All right.
Now to the topic.
So,
for today.
first of all, I hope y'all read the link. We
Pulling it up. Pulling it up.
Hope you read the article.
Yes. I'm sorry. Read the link. Click on the link and read the article. The article is entitled "Why Single Ladies Born in 80s and 90s May Never Get a Husband Soon."
Not saying that you ain't never gonna have a man.
What may be holding you back from getting it quicker? You know, that's what that means. So let's get started. The first reason says many ladies will end up being single for life because of the media exposure. Sounds familiar.
Sounds like something we talked about months ago.
Months. Instagram is gonna kill us all, child.
Figuratively speaking.
I mean,
Let's.
I guess.
Yeah.
Basically, so they're, talk about, the lady's mindset can change because every day there's a new reality show on, there's a reality show on of a woman, basically
Trying to be
themselves
celebrities.
out. Like, holding themselves out for 15 seconds of shine. That's
Doing
how I
what
see
they
it.
think they need to be, what they think they need to be doing.
For reckoning.
Like, what's the show we talked about?
I mean, just
Cutting it up. Those people acted
Oh.
like they on reality TV show. They know what they need to do. They gonna act ugly. They gonna be smart, be shady. Nobody's using the opportunity to promote their business and do what they can really do for it because they want to be famous.
But I think in their head, they think, oh, this is promoting my business because it's getting the name out there.
That's
but
sad.
it's all in the wrong light. And seeing this over and over, it can shift the mindset of a weak female into thinking that's what I need to do, that's what I need to be. But maybe not even in the mindset of a weak female. It could just be any female because you see something over and over so many times, you may think that that's the way to go.
And basically, the article was saying if we focus so much on social media and celebrity life, these people that we look up to as celebrities, and go from our phones to TV, from TV to phone, from phone to TV, and all we are thinking is celebrity this, celebrity that, celebrity this, celebrity that, it will become your mindset, and it will have you legit look confused, trying to get to a standard that these celebrities are at, and really it's like, it just go back to the everything that glitter and gold. Like, it's not the coolest thing to be a celebrity. Like,
And that's actually the last thing on the list on there is about your role models. What we think we look up to and what we want to be like. You want to be like Drea. Not saying that these people, and that's the thing really, we don't want to be like them for the right reason. Some celebrities they a boss. They running their own business. They done overcame obstacles. The things you should be admiring about them is not what you're admiring. You admiring they Instagram followers.
Their purse.
Yeah, and who they dating. Like, we looking at the words about the wrong things.
So, and that's something that we talk about, But the next thing is the dislike that women have in cooking and home chores. Now, this was something else that they put on Facebook before. That's how I know it's a topic and it's real. About the thing about would you fix your man's plate, and if not, would you be mad if the next person did it? And we talked about that too.
Yep.
And basically saying like there are certain things that make you a woman, and you're a woman for that reason. And certain qualities should just be instilled in you to do. Like, why should you not want to cook? Or why should you not want to clean up? Why should you not make sure that your house isn't clean? For prime example, go back to Instagram. These girls trying to be bikini and breast models, and your baby stuff is in the background, or your house look dirty. Like, and it's like, so you taking model pictures, but your house is dirty,
And you're fixing a struggle.
and your mattress is on the floor.
Paper plate.
But you got on a nice Victoria bra and panty set. Victoria's Secret.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, this article it's 14 points, and we just gonna tap a couple of them, but they all make perfect sense.
The chores thing, I think, we talked about it a little bit with making the plate. Where is it like you trying to prove a point, or are we saying? Because I think the way this article, well, let's say what this article is referencing, they're talking about how one of the lines says, just because they've been totally brainwashed by movies showcasing men playing the role of women in a family, now with this kind of attitude, how do you expect a man to desire to marry you when he knows pretty well that he's only buying more headache and trouble after the matter? So this is saying the way, like, nowadays, how we think, like, how it's kind of like how women think they can do. I don't say they think they can do everything, but you know, you go to work, you don't have to be a stay-at-home mom. It's talking about how we have so many possibilities that we may be neglecting the things that, you know, innately society kind of wants you to do, which is true. Yeah. Sometimes when you working, you know, people be trying to be the hard-working woman and they be tired. They don't be
and I mean, granted, it will go both ways. I still feel like at the end of the day, when you get in a relationship and y'all looking forward to marriage and y'all get married, I feel like it's a partnership regardless. So, you know, if Bae at work all day, maybe Bae the man will have something fixed for Bae the woman when she gets home, or vice versa. You know, it's all about sacrifice and commitment and just, you know, doing what fits you.
And that's what happens once you get married. But when you're dating, when you can't find a husband soon, it's because when you dating, you can't be
I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I don't cook.
Come on, you gotta be a little bit nice.
And they talk about that too. How you are packaging yourself while you're dating. Like, what are you giving off while you're dating? Because that gives a lot to the guy to consider. Like, well, if she acting like this and we just dating, because it's in everybody's DNA, quote unquote, to get comfortable. You get comfortable in a certain respectable, comfortable level. Like, you can't get comfortable and just not do nothing that you ever did because I got what I want. Like, that mindset is crazy. Well, I did this to get here and now I'm good, so I'm done. But the same things you were doing, you have to continue to do. So if you're packaging yourself the wrong way, that can be you being a club head, you always trying to be out, always here, always there, always on social media, you ranting about you don't cook for your man, you telling him all these things that you don't do, and he won't do you. And not sexually or anything, but it's just like, I don't do her. She's not it.
And that can even go into the physical packaging as well, like how you're presenting yourself. One of the points in here is makeup. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, all this makeup caked on, and you're just not naturally not being you. And I don't think you should make up yourself like that every single day. First of all, makeup, putting on makeup is tiring.
It's a process.
It's a lot of work.
No offense. It's expensive too. If that's what you rock and that's how you do, no offense. I feel like a nice little mascara and a lip. Girl, you good.
Yeah, I mean, when I was doing television, we had to put on makeup every day because of the studio lights. The worst part of the day. It was exhausting. Like, seriously.
But yeah, the article basically
if I had a glam squad, I wear it every day.
Oh yeah, somebody was doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you had a glam squad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, how many of us have glam squad?
So that's what I'm saying.
One day, yeah, but I'm just,
But honestly, I think I would do it if it was a necessity, but I still wouldn't want to do it like every single day.
No, I meant like in terms of what I got to do, like.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, even sometimes I should wear makeup now, or maybe instances where I should, I don't feel like putting on, but if I had a glam squad, I'd be ready.
It's like, okay, cool, right. Another one.
Wait, back to the packaging. So another point in the packaging was about the way you dress, because sometimes women think they are looking sexy or appealing when they look trashy and
nasty. Put some clothes on.
I told you. Shout the Destiny Child. You nasty girl.
Okay, that used to be my song. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a legit problem, because how many girls do we see on Instagram that's showing it off for the gram?
And I always see the quote of like, basically women are dressing for women because men ain't paying that much of attention.
And if they do, I mean, you getting a double tap, you might get a comment.
You getting the wrong kind of attention.
But after that, it's like, I even see girls put stuff up and get mad when they get certain comments, and it's just like, you put it out there.
Or
this
call
is your
people
package.
thirsty.
Right.
You knew what you were doing.
This is your package. Like,
yeah, if you're boosting the camera, you talking about your cup.
Right. Oh, this new phone case, but you got here your cleavage hanging out. Like, the picture is not about your phone case. It's about your cleavage. And you just didn't want to be real about it and say, hey, guys, look at my tits.
Hashtag.
That's a drop. Hey, guys, look at my tits.
Right. Come on. Let's stop. Let's be realistic.
Wait, I'm looking at
Are we going to the next one?
No, I can't remember.
All right, the third one was modern fashion and craze for gadgets is a great barrier to most ladies finding love in marriage.
Same thing we just talked about. You want to keep up with the Dickens and the fashions. You ain't keeping up with your man.
Well, this one's talking about being on your phone.
No,
Yeah.
it's talking about modern fashions.
Well,
gadgets.
both.
And fashions.
It's
No.
both.
It's both.
Fashion and gadgets.
Yeah, I'm talking about the gadgets part. I said this was talking about gadgets
We're
too.
going to do this on here.
Well, you said the same thing we just said, so I'm saying, well, actually, this one adds a part. So the gadgets. How many times do you see people out and they on their phone? Like, that's a huge thing. Like, back last year when I was dating people, and I would go on dates with people, not if I really liked them, but if I didn't go on a date and have my phone out on the first date. You just don't. Like, you put it up, or you can put it on a table, but you're not going to be checking it the whole time because it's rude, one. And some people don't know how to listen and be on their phone. You don't want to be and you don't want to be confused. I don't want to think I'm talking to you and you're not really listening. Because, when you get to know people, you'll know, like, you can still talk to them, they doing something. But if you don't know them, I don't want to be talking and you're really not listening. Then I'm going to be really annoyed, and that's just going to be bad. But then, on my side, I want to make them feel like they have my full attention. You can't get to know anybody while you're on your phone. And you're not missing nothing. Your phone will be every day. You can scroll through y'all Instagram timeline later.
Yeah, because now they have it to where you can just keep going. And I'm guilty. I've been on my phone when I've been around.
Yeah, you do.
I've been
On a
on my
date?
phone. Not on a date.
Oh.
But, just when it could just be me and you time, I pick up my phone, and I could be laying let me see what's up. It's just it's really not even that serious.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where we're get off your phone.
Or even, this was a point on this podcast I listened to today, even not saying you're on a date, but when you out somewhere in public, you're just missing a lot of what's going on.
So
Like,
you're down like
what if a cute guy did walk by? Maybe he saw you on your phone, child. You done missed your blessing. You can't do that.
But if it's with me, I won't miss it, though.
We need some interaction. We need y'all to let us know, even though we running through these real fast. If y'all have something to say, a comment on something on a point that we made, you can write us on the Ustream app, or you can tweet us. If you got our number, you can text us. We want to know what y'all think about all of this stuff.
Because we know,
Tell us a story.
Everybody.
If you been on a bad date, somebody's on their phone, let us know.
We all trying to get in the groove, fall in where you fit in. So, ain't nothing changed. We still want y'all opinions. We still want to hear what y'all got to say about whatever we saying, whether we were like this or whether we was.
Or better yet, let us know if y'all have a reason that we haven't said why y'all think women are holding themselves back from getting a man.
Way to flip it around.
That's what people like. People like to be able to just go freely.
So,
you got the next one? You look like you did. Okay, you do.
Oh, I can.
Okay, let's talk about stop giving your number out to every Dick and Harry. I thought it was Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, yeah.
And I'm guilty of that.
Of giving your number out?
Yeah, but I just don't answer. I just do it just so they can leave me alone.
See, my go-to line is I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, but
do
that
a
doesn't
lot.
work sometimes either. Not saying that that's when I do give them the number, but even when you say I got a boyfriend now, it's like, well, what they got to do with me? And it's
You
like,
can't
well,
have friends.
it's like, well, you don't want to be my friend.
Right.
You trying to,
And I'll be like, well, you let your girlfriend have friends that she met out at the club? No. Then they be like, if she want to. Oh,
Turns into a whole thing.
But in the sense of this article, they're basically saying the same thing about your phone always being a hazard. Basically, it's always an interruption. So it's don't give your number out that much, and that many people won't have to call you. And 9 times out of 10, whoever want to call you would know that you're out doing something. Mama, daddy, friend, sister girl, home girl, whatever. They'll know that you're doing something. So it's like, oh, she's doing this. I'm not calling her right now. Mm-hmm. So that's basically what it's referencing to here. Basically just normal, the phone being a distraction.
And at the same time, everybody doesn't deserve your attention or your number. So don't make yourself so available and stop giving it out to every Dick and Harry.
Well, I was gonna say I wasn't thinking about it like that, but I think I don't get my. I would say I don't get my number all the time, and I always say I got a boyfriend. I'm kind of like,
I'm good.
I have no problem saying no, thank you. You know, I'm good. Like, you know, or giving you my number if I think you're cute. You know, until you get on my nerve. You know, I don't have a problem going either way, or giving my number and just saying, and then letting you know later, like, you know, I'm not really interested or whatever. Because I feel like sometimes you don't know. Like, you know, the person's cute, you don't know, well, you don't know anything about them. So you gotta kind of, you know, feel them out. So you don't want to, like, quote unquote, miss out on something. But I don't have no problem get my number out. But I think you just need to be a little bit more selective.
Good word.
You know, get a little boundaries, a couple standards for yourself, ladies.
Are we on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, I have a question for the guys. What do y'all think about girls? Not what do y'all think about them, but like when a girl just gives you her number real quick. Like one time I met this guy and I was kind of in a rush and I really didn't even like, you know, have time to be having this whole back and forth conversation. And I gave my number and he looked like, you give me your number? Like, you know, like he didn't have to say nothing type of thing. Do y'all think like when a girl gives y'all number quick, do y'all think she's just trying to give it to y'all to keep it moving, or do you think like she likes you, or does it matter? Does it even cross your mind? Maybe you don't even care. I need somebody to tell me.
And maybe that guy just wasn't used to getting numbers at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe he just is used to a turn down. You know, I mean, it's a lot of. I feel like it can be a lot of reasons. I do want to hear. We do want to hear what you guys have to say. And we know you
just
guys
thought
are
that
listening.
I wasn't going to give him my number. Like, she's pretty. I don't know if she's going to give me her number.
Right.
Not like he don't get girls. Just kind of like,
True.
I don't think she don't look like she's going to give me her. Like, that type of thing. You know, preconceived notions. Everybody has them.
So the next one is for your friends running your life.
Like, that's a problem.
Mm.
A legit problem.
And we talked about that in one of our shows as far as how much of an influence do your friends have in your relationships and your dating life. And if you give people too much power, they'll end up making decisions for you.
Yeah.
So,
and they're not always the ones you would have made if you could have thought by yourself.
Right. And especially the friends that like they'll be quick to tell you what to do or try to interject in what you're doing, but they'll always do what they want to do. But it's like you're the one being influenced by what they gotta say. I don't know why, because it's your life and you can do and talk and come and go as you please. So basically that is what the article is saying. It's like, how do you expect to find a husband when you still allow your clique of friends to be dictating which man you meet is worthy of you?
Yeah, and sometimes when girls get together, it's just fun to be, well, not me and my friends, but sometimes it's fun to just play with that. You know, like to be entertained by the situation of a dude trying to holler and what he doing. And you might be missing that. You think it's cute, you think it's funny, but they make, you know, like they making a joke of it, so now you join in on the joke, and now you're not even talking to the guy because you were influenced by them.
And it also refers to the fact that how you know they just ain't saying this because they don't want you happy because they're not happy.
Exactly. Like we always say, you got to be careful from who it's coming from, the information, whether it's he's cute or leave him alone. Always remember certain friends are good for certain things.
Or sometimes when you go out with your friends, it just might be too many of y'all. And boys ain't gonna approach you if it's a whole bunch of y'all and y'all over there and
cackling.
Right. They might just stay back.
And to piggyback off that same reason, the next one was
hold on.
You move around in groups.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I thought that's why you were going into.
No. Actually, I wasn't on this one. But that's true because you can miss a lot. And not to, aside from the person not wanting to approach your group, what about the places you have to go just because the group decides? If you gotta go, if it's 4 against 5 or whatever, and you don't get to go where you, if it was just maybe you and your best friend, maybe she just take one for the team and go where you want. But now you gotta go where they want, and it might not be a place you want to be, or even the type of guys you want to meet might not be there, and then you just gonna ruin your Saturday, child.
And it basically, and it also says, it says how sometimes you can't even, a guy can't see you for yourself if you're not by yourself. Like, because then it'll just be, those weren't their words, those were his.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
So, I shot myself out. But yeah, so it's like, when you're with your friends, you might react different ways compared to if it's just you and him by yourself. Even unknowingly, sometimes we do that.
Yeah.
And it's not even on purpose. It's just like, I'm with my girls and you with us too, so whatever. But now we together. It's like, ooh, you know, and it's not on purpose, but it is something that the male recognizes. Like, you don't act like that when you with your friends, or when you with your friends, you be trying front when you with your friends, like you don't love me. And it can go both ways. I know we are only talking about the women right here, but that is vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, that can go both ways. So these are some great.
Two things. So sometimes that happens too because this is kind of devil's advocate. If you met the guy with your friends, sometimes it's easier to be yourself, relaxed. Yeah, but when you always with him, say you meet him by yourself, you with him all the time. Then when you try to get him to meet your friends, you might be a little funny acting or whatever. Yeah. But I was gonna say that you gave me a revelation. You know, you're right because I think after I moved back to Charlotte, I feel like when I was quote unquote by myself, like when my friends were still at school or whatever, I met a lot of guys, and it was a whole nother like interaction and experience, and like you know, you don't really you don't really have any you know, nobody, not in your ear, but you know, somebody that witnessed something that say, oh yeah, I remember that, and you know, you're doing it and seeing it and judging it all by yourself, and sometimes you know that's better.
And you gotta think about it too, for a guy, especially if it's a large group of you, that's intimidating to come up to a lot of females, especially knowing how females can act sometimes with their friends and how they could start making it a joke and all of that. So it takes a lot of guts for a guy to come up to a big group like that. So try separating yourself, try starting something new. I know a friend and I had talked about that, going out and just sitting separately and just seeing what happens. Try it. You might like it.
Sitting separately. Okay.
We have a few questions that were being
I have
asked.
a comment when I asked the guys about getting your number so fast, and one of our viewers, said that they think that means she likes you and she was waiting on you to ask.
That can be,
because girls know what they be doing. You can make yourself available.
Most definitely. Listen.
If you see a guy and you trying to see if he's seeing you, you'll make it happen.
Yeah, when I was in college,
I think he did it all on his own.
Legit, when I was in college, my thing was if I wanted somebody to ask me for my number, I make sure that they seen me some type of way. You know, we looked at each other, and if the right song came on, I'm like, hey, shawty, swing my way.
Yes.
Looking over there.
The eye contact for a little longer than normal.
Yeah, and if you don't ask, then that's cool.
Yeah.
I danced with you. I had a good time for 2 seconds. Next, you know, ain't no bad blood.
You give out everything.
Wait, hold on. I think this is to the girls giving a number out quick too. It said that chick probably won't get called. Chicks that typically do that aren't usually what I want.
Wait,
well,
I mean, if you cutting them like that, Jesus.
I guess maybe he wants to chase. Maybe he doesn't want to just be like, here go my number. Maybe he want to ramble for a second.
And then what? Game
over.
over.
Try to act, you know. But the question to us.
Right, because then once you catch them, then you start acting crazy.
Comfortable.
The question to us, viewer is asking us, when y'all are dating, do you feel it's essential to actually talk on the phone every day? Or is just texting cool? Because I can't speak for all dudes, but I hate having over the phone conversations.
I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go second.
So, I'm a good texter. I know a lot of people that I met, like, platonic relationships where we just got really, really cool over texting. All people are not like that. And sometimes people cheat themselves out of me getting to know them because they suck at texting. So maybe you think you bad on the phone, but you really suck at texting. Like, it's not working. Maybe you're better in person, but on a scale of 1 to 10, you need to try and call somebody. Because I can talk too, so if we get on the phone, maybe I'll help you out and we'll have a good conversation. But I'm going to say this. When I, once again, started dating, and I felt like I dated a grown man, he called me. Like, he was calling me to, it wasn't none of that. It wasn't like texting all day long. He didn't really text me, he might text me every day just to once, you know, to say something. But it was about, he called me. Like, you know, and I think that's kind of as a catch-22, like in our generation, and how we get stuck in the ways of, just the same as when you pick somebody up, I'm outside. No, like, you know, people come to the door and knock on the door and you need to come in. He did that too, honey. I thought he was going to say he was outside. No, doorbell. I was like,
this is a grown man. I was on the phone with you.
I said, oh my God, he's here.
I am definitely here for the phone conversation. Like, the last guy I was talking to that I got serious with, we met in a central location, but we didn't live in the same location. So first of all we could do was talk on the phone until we seen each other. You know what I'm saying? And for like 2 months, we was legit 2 to 3 months. We was on the phone like when you used to be on the phone in high school, like on the phone all night, even if it wasn't really nothing to talk about, but just that was our only way of being around each other was to be on the phone all the time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not like all day, but when I was at home and he knew I was home for the day, he called and we was on the phone. Like my homegirls be like, don't call me. I'm on the phone. I'm trying to get to know somebody. Like, you can text me now. I can text. I got the Wi-Fi popping in the crib, so your iMessage is gonna come through. But other than that, I'm on the phone, and I appreciated it. So when my first time initially hanging out with him, when we got a chance, it was normal. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk so much every day on the phone. We text throughout the day, but you know what I'm saying? When we talk. Like we was on the phone. If his friend was there, it ain't matter. I was on speaker and I was talking to everybody. Like it was genuine, and I feel like that's things that we grew up doing that we've detached from that we should attach back to. Like you need that conversation, and if you are getting to know somebody, texting all the time ain't it, because they're not gonna understand you. You can't understand what I'm saying if you don't know me through a text message, because there's 1,000 million trillion ways to interpret what I'm saying to you. And then it'll be the text conversation will go sour, and it'll be you always trying to explain yourself because you don't get it. And the initial conversation on the phone is going to be an attitude. And they already got the wrong interpretation of you off the text message, so the phone conversation ain't going to go right.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like it's a necessity, at least at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Or even if it's just, I mean, it's so easy to pick up the phone like, hey, what you doing? How your day going? Well, I was just calling and check in with you. I ain't want to just shoot you a text. I just wanted to call you real quick. And then you good for the next couple of hours. Like, because really when we text all day, what are we talking about? Nothing. Like, I don't got to text you all day. It's cool if you want to text me all day. That's cool, you know, because I like you a lot and I want to talk to you, even if it's what you doing, nothing, what you doing, nothing, whatever. But that's not needed. I don't think it's needed.
Yeah, I mean, I can respect everything you said, but I hate talking on the phone.
Oh,
and I used to get hell from all my friends, and especially in college, because I just didn't like it. I really did, and I was a big texting person, and one of the guys recently that I had, not recently, but probably not recently. She called it not recently, but when I was living in Alabama like a year and a half ago, and I was dealing with a guy who lived in Atlanta, he actually did love talking on the phone. So, I mean, because he was, you know, he seemed like a cool person, I started talking on the phone more. And I mean, it was weird at first because I just don't really like it. But I mean, I got into it.
You don't feel like talking for an hour, and you don't want to talk on the phone.
And I also feel like when we was young, that's all we could do was talk. Like, we had text messages, but first of all, they was limited. You couldn't use but so much. So it was like,
I had unlimited on my daddy's phone.
It's like, but what year was that?
No, I'm just saying, I did. Shout out to me. Like,
okay.
It was his work phone, so he had it.
Oh, okay, well, still, though, it's like you still want to talk on the phone.
So it would be different if you were like born in 2000 and you just grew up with text message. But
right. I still feel like they're missing it.
Well, let me say this. Shout out to my daddy phone. I used to have my daddy's cell phone all night. My daddy woke up at like 5 in the morning to go to the gym. I would have his phone all night talking to this boy. He would text me on that. He knew he could text me after 9 because my daddy used to have his phone. I mean, my daddy knew I had his phone, you know. Right. That was just our way of talking because we had one house phone and 6 people. I mean, come on. But anyway.
And see, me and my sister had our own line, so.
Which
always didn't work.
My dad, I need to use the phone.
Yeah, which always didn't work because she would have a boyfriend and I would just have guys trying to call and I could never talk because she's on the phone with Babe.
Well, let me tell you.
Boo, back then.
We so petty in my house. We arguing on the phone while the person's on the phone. No, like, you're supposed to get off. No, hang up. Like, yeah. But I was going to say, so I asked the person that said why about talking on the phone, is it cool or not, why they don't like it, and they said, I just think it's time consuming. I can multitask and task, not so much having an actual conversation. And it's funny that he said that because what Chanel said, what I was going to say is that it means, well, Chanel said it don't take nothing to pick up the phone, but at the same time, it means a lot to pick up the phone. Because what you just said is you multitask, you doing all these things, so you like, oh, let me shoot this text right quick. Like, it's not really. But
you still think of the person to shoot the text.
No, if you doing all these things and you just real quick, like, let me just go ahead and it's not about like.
Because then you're going to take forever to respond.
No, because you're multitasking.
Not even about the response. It's just that if talking on the, okay, clearly, let's just use what we doing right now.
Okay.
People prefer to text, meaning that talking is over and above. So if you're talking to somebody, you want them to feel like you care.
Going
so
over
let's
and
do
above.
over and above, whether you like it or not. It's just, and me personally, I'm in the car a lot, and I don't want to be texting you. So
I'm just
No, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
I wouldn't say voice memo either.
I mean, I'm good to hit my Bluetooth up and just talk to you if I'm on the road. Like, and you know, it's cool. It's safer. Don't text and drive. You know, and I feel like
I hate my Bluetooth. I put it in my headphones.
mine be good most of the time, but sometimes people complain. But I think that talking on the phone is a lost art, and I think it's really a huge turnoff to me when I talk to somebody and they're breathing or one word answers, but then they'll text you like
everything in the world.
And I'm like, where was all this on the phone? Like, it's just like, and like Chanel said, you have to get to know somebody before you start. Yes, before you start texting them, because sometimes I say something smart, you think I'm being rude, but I'm just being funny, and I don't put LOL when it's for comic relief, sarcasm, because that's how I would say it in real life, you know. So, but you don't know that. You like, dang. And I done been there when you texting somebody and you have to explain yourself, and they like, dang, it's like that. And it just kills the conversation.
Yeah,
so let's say this: if you do start texting somebody and you see that they keep saying, no, that ain't what I mean, stop texting them. Stop doing all that texting and call them and figure out how they operate before you go back to texting and you get offended and I have to be rude because you're offended.
I just think it's cool to talk on the phone. Maybe I'm stuck in high school.
No, a lot of people like it.
I just think it's so much, and it's easy. All that. Sometimes
and
I got a lot to
minutes.
say.
We ain't got minutes.
Sometimes I got a lot to say, and it's like I'm a good texter. Don't get me wrong, but God, dog, I can call you and be like, unless I know I'm gonna get emotional, then I might need to text it to you. Ain't nobody got time to be crying on the phone. If I'm gonna cry, I need to be in your face so you can see these tears, you can feel this pain and emotion.
Jesus,
what just happened?
Well,
the shoulders, Janelle one A. Did y'all see that?
I don't know, but I was gonna say that if you call somebody, it's just better. Like, you get to hear them laugh. Like, when you talking, if they think what you said is funny, what if we don't? I don't even think your sense of humor is funny. Then I don't do courtesy LOLs. No, I don't fake laugh. I don't courtesy LOL. So if you on the phone with me, you say something lame, I need you to hear that this is not funny. It is quiet.
Well, they can hear that from the non-LOL. Okay.
Because then they gonna say, you think that was funny?
No.
And then you can just say no. Honestly.
Moving on.
Like, dang. Okay.
That was a good question, though.
Very good question. We appreciate it. Keep on coming, please.
Before we go, he said the guy that asked us that about he rather text. He said he hasn't talked on the phone for more than 30 minutes since texting came out. So I guess when you want to break up, you texting.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Don't ask that.
That's corny and very unprofessional. Oh, you probably wouldn't know about that.
Okay, well, what about FaceTime then?
I love that. That's on the phone. That's even better for me, like, because then we can see each other. You can get a little crazy on FaceTime.
I don't like when people FaceTime me and you just met me. I hate that.
I do.
It's a new thing.
Yeah.
It's a
So
new
it's
way.
like somebody you're dating, you a FaceTime.
Yeah, it's a new wave apparently. And if I could tell you how many times I gave my number out, somebody FaceTime me first recently.
That's how I FaceTime me.
You know,
I don't even
intrusive.
Call me first.
You don't even know my schedule, first of all.
You don't know
I could
my
be at
name.
work. Yeah, it's like, and then this one guy had the nerve to challenge me. Because I didn't, one time I was at a wedding, another time didn't have no Wi-Fi, something, and he like, why you don't let, like, he think I was lying about what I was doing, but it's like, you don't know me, so you have no idea what I'm doing.
You don't know what's going on to be FaceTiming me. Usually, now that's when you text and be like, what you doing? If it's like, oh, nothing, that's sitting at the crib, and it's like, oh,
yeah. And then if you FaceTime me, I don't answer that because I just don't talk to you.
thanks for telling me why you don't answer my FaceTime.
Because you know I'm available. Please.
I FaceTime her and she doesn't answer.
No, you don't.
So we're gonna move on.
Oh, that. Yeah, we're gonna move on to giving out all your information. That's number 10. What?
We did all that.
No, giving out.
Giving out everything.
Wait,
Giving out. I didn't finish the sentence. Giving out. Yeah, we did. Giving out all your information while you're dating, like telling your life story. You plan on getting married by then, and what you expected from him, and telling your list on the first date. No. It's the surest way to scare him out of his boots
And run away.
Very true. Not on the first date. I think for older women, though, they see it as they don't have time to waste. And they may want to get some things out up front, which is true. When you're older, you may not have time to waste. But I think at our age, at this point in time, you don't have to divulge everything on that first date.
Because, I mean, especially if you feel like it can go somewhere. You got time. You got time to talk about everything.
Yeah, spread it out.
You got a lot of time to say whoop-de-whoop, wop-de-wop, diddly-doo, diddly-dee. Whatever. You got time. You got time. That's That's all I'm saying. It's time to get it all out. You ain't got to say it all in one space and one sitting at the first date, because it's like she did a lot.
Yeah, and I think really on the first date, you don't want to. People have layers. Like maybe I have a crazy family, which I do. Hey y'all, but
don't y'all.
It's a certain way to tell a funny story about your family, maybe, than to tell your daddy left you when you was little and about, all of that. Like, it doesn't have, you can get to know a person and their background without telling everything and making it so heavy. That's what people do. They make it heavy, and then when you don't know the person, you gotta be like, I'm sorry to hear, it gets awkward. And then
it's like, am I sorry? Because I'm
really, I'm sorry for myself because this is weird. It just, I hate when people do that, put you in awkward situations.
You know that. What's the next one?
Here we go. Oh, you lack manner, character, wisdom, and good home upbringing.
I love that one.
That's pretty much our generation.
That one. Because a lot of people do lack a good home upbringing. And maybe no fault of their own. It could just be the hands that they were dealt. But at a certain point, you got to take responsibility for yourself. And you have to know what's appropriate and what's not. And you just have to grow up. And I just wish a lot of people our age have more morals and values than they do. Because I feel like it's very much so lacking.
And like we have addressed too, just because they don't doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't have it or they weren't taught, because after a certain age, you do what you're going to do, regardless of what you was taught, what upbringing you had. Your mama just is surprised at the people that are looking at you surprised. Like,
my friend Aaron used to say, hoes come from 2-parent households too.
Yeah. Like, it ain't just like, some people, hoes got daddies that's been in their life.
Yeah. Sometimes you just go to school and you just get wild, child.
Child, please.
But I think that character is a big thing, cause like I feel like character is like past like your morals and kind of knowing right from wrong, but it's just kind of like, do you have some
dignity
about yourself?
Yeah, like some charisma.
Some integrity. Or do you sway with the wind? Because I think that counts for a lot. Like we talked about with Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, you want to trust that the person that you with thinks enough of themselves to first before it even gets to you, and you won't even have to deal with that. So that's what you need to be bringing to the table.
Yeah,
it's definitely with integrity. You need to have some.
It's definitely what you ask for, you should put out. We talked about that. It's a two-way street. Like, you can't be asking for the world and all you trying to give is a planet. But you want the whole freaking globe.
Looking for a star.
Right. You want the whole thing on thing, and you giving, you ain't doing nothing. Baby.
Just like Cora said, make that list at the end. Will that person want me?
And that's a real live look in the mirror. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to my dancers.
That is a real thing. Like, to be able to write down the things you want and compare it. Can I do this? And if not, those things that you can't do, then you work on that so you can be able to exemplify.
Or like, not even can you do this, but would that person want you? Are y'all on the same level? Mm-hmm. Because don't ask for something that person wouldn't see that in you or be happy with you, then we're on the wrong path. I think this is the last one.
Yes.
You're a liability. It talks about basically women who are living outside their means. You work a very, I don't say basic, but let's say basic 9 to 5. You make enough money to pay your rent, but you got red bottoms and you out every night and you dressing like you Rihanna, but you're not, you're not in that tax bracket. So to a man, it looks like you're one very materialistic and a liability. You're what is the word?
High maintenance.
High maintenance. Like, who's gonna pay this bill? Because if you barely struggling, or maybe you doing something a little strange for a piece of change, then they gonna feel like you looking for them to come in and take over and save that. And that's
no man ain't trying to foot no bill. No grown woman who's not gonna get off her butt and work herself.
Right.
Well, now.
Or work and just live within your means. If you working, that's cool, but don't be trying to buy stuff and be something that you're not, which our generation, we talk about this. That's all we do.
For the gram.
You can't be looking like Rihanna. Rihanna's not dressed. First of all, you can't look like Rihanna in her videos going to the grocery store. Rihanna don't even look like herself in the videos going to the grocery store. She got on sneakers and whatever.
And let's keep it real. Rihanna dresses down probably the most.
Yeah, she does.
Than any celebrity I know. Like, she be chilling. Sneakers, dresses, t-shirt dresses, jerseys, anything she wants.
But I'm saying, even if you want to take her in the club, she got heels on. You don't need to wear that on your regular day.
Because you're going to the gas station.
Or you at the mall. Like, what are you doing?
Because you're going to get the attention, but it ain't going to be what you want.
It ain't going to be the lasting attention that you want.
Because a normal guy going to be like, why she look like that?
That's going to be childish.
Where she going?
Where she coming from?
She must be on a date. I ain't going to talk to her because she look like she on a date. But so the gist of it all of that article was not to say that we won't have a man or a husband or whatever, but it's just saying, it's just pointing out the reality of our reality, how we're living right now, and just certain things that we might want to do. We might want to fall back from social media. Maybe you don't want to always put your outfit up there you went to the club in, or maybe you don't always want to put up a selfie. Put some other stuff on your social media, stuff that's going on it is social media. You can post,
and you may not get that many likes,
who cares? Like, because we still ain't getting a lot of likes on Fair Game, and it's probably the realest thing hitting the surface right now. You know what I'm saying? That's being real. That ain't even if that is me included. We just talking about real life. We three real women talking about real woman things. You know?
Can I say what I thought about when you just said it's social media? You know how contradictory it is to have a bunch of pictures of yourself on something that's supposed to be social?
Right. What are you talking about?
So you can have some things that...
So basically you're closed-minded.
Because you know my favorite, you know that tweet or was it a post that said, what would people think about you if they only had to go off your social media? Mm-hmm. That's so real. And I think about that a lot. Like, and I feel like my social media represents me pretty well. If you want to read it, you know, it will. If you know, it's either funny or it's motivating. So I feel
like you're having a good time. You or you dang on traveling. Like,
let's go. But yeah, for real. So I feel like people should try to do that. Like, if somebody didn't know you and they looked at your social media, what would they think?
Mm-hmm. Are you
just showing your real true self?
Right. Are you and you know. Oof.
Well, one thing that I got from this article, like we just touched on, was basically self-reflection. Like, you need to look at yourself and see, are the things you're doing going to benefit you and going to benefit the lifestyle you want to live, whether that be getting a boyfriend, getting a husband, or getting a better life. Look at yourself, take a step back, and see that some of these things that you think are what's hot or what's the next person is doing is so real and good and whatever, may not be all that is cracked up to me.
And just like basically looking at yourself, it was a video, it was an article on Facebook. I love the articles that they be having on Facebook. And it was a grandmother talking to her granddaughter, basically saying, like, you're not married because you're not a wife. Like, you don't embody what a wife is. And until you embody those things, you can't be that to nobody, so you can't be nobody's wife. Like, you're not a wife yet. Sometimes we are so dragged about where we aren't, but we aren't there because it isn't in us yet. We might have certain qualifications, but we might not have the whole list. We might not be ready for the whole caboodle. You know, like, not saying that doesn't make you a bad person. That just means we still have a little bit of growing to do. You know? And granted, 26, 30 years ago was married with kids, been married for 5-6 years, but 26 now is just totally different. It's so much, it's so many distractions, there's so many things to
so you got this, so it's gonna take more work to find yourself. But at the same time, I don't know what y'all gonna say, but at the same time we have a blessing in disguise because a lot of people that were 26, 20 years ago now are kind of starting over or trying to find themselves or trying to follow their dreams or whatever, things that we just naturally want to do because that's the world we live in.
Or find themselves in a bad marriage.
So we have an advantage, but we are really succumbing to our disadvantages more so. So it's kind of like you have to do a little bit more work, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. Like, we have a huge, platform. Question I was gonna ask, so out of the list, what y'all think y'all need to work on?
My phone, being on my phone all the time. I know that's when I
because I'm looking at my phone.
Well, I feel like when we was sitting up here on our phones, we doing stuff for the show. But I do know that I am guilty of that, like being on the phone when I'm supposed to just be having us time, or even when I'm out with my family and we at dinner, it's like I'm looking on the phone. It's like, for what? Like, you missing out on time to the point where we didn't set our phones in the middle of the table. Like, okay, whoever pick up their phone paying. Okay. Like, you paying for everybody's food, and it's terrible. It's like that. It's terrible. It's like, that's what I know I need to work on.
What's yours?
As I'm going through the list.
Yeah. I think mine is that mine probably could be to giving out your number. Even though I say I don't give it out, I do give it out more than I should. Like, just as far as I kind of know, like, yeah, I'm not really gonna talk to you. Let's not waste your time or my time. So I probably would stop doing that.
I think mine could either be probably I could work on either moving around in groups or maybe the phone thing, maybe getting better at talking on the phone. Even though that wasn't on the list, but maybe it goes in there somewhere.
It does.
So yeah, I could probably work on that and moving around in.
So if you're single,
groups.
call Victoria. Her phone number is
Don't text me
704.
first. Wrong.
Nah, but that was cool. So next week we're gonna talk about the guys. So
The same article, not the same article, but
the same.
the article title, but just with men with different reasonings.
Yeah.
So we would definitely need your interactions.
Guys especially.
Legit. Like,
And this one is why. So this one was why you won't find a husband soon, and the men is why they're not eager to get married. So
Yes.
it's like the flip side.
Guys,
You know, the
if
gender
you agree, we
roles.
want to know next week.
Yes, we're gonna meet some guys, and I'm gonna recruit some too. So now we're gonna do what, the quote of the week?
Yes. So the quote of the week is real life, and we'll get into detail with it. It's just something that popped up in my head. The quote of the week today is, sometimes people are only placed in your life to get you started.
What do you mean, Chanel?
Now, with that
Now
being
let's
said, as you all know, we're live from my kitchen, and we are not at Charlotte Community Radio any longer as of
Wednesday.
Wednesday. At no shade needed. So, but the thing is like we said before, this is something that we've been talking about. Me and Pierre used to fake a show, 2 years ago. Every Wednesday, we recorded footage, we laughed at ourselves, we sent it out to people in segments, but it was nothing that we actually ever like pushed to do. And we would start talking about real life stuff like we're doing now. We were just a little younger, so Charlotte Community Radio was the start of something great. We're still here, you know what I'm saying? And the disadvantage of not being able to go at the same time, standing up on the same 2 feet and coming live to y'all, you streamed last week and this week, when we didn't even know that last week we wouldn't be able to do it anymore at the radio station. But just being so headstrong about, we do have people that we know listen to us every day. Like, we want to make sure, every Friday, we want to make sure we didn't miss last week and the week before. We're going to make sure we give it to them some type of way. Let's try Ustream. Boom. And it turned out to be good. Whether we can get the correct interaction, whether we know if everybody is listening or not. But just to say, like, that was our start. And we appreciate it. However it ended, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We here now in my kitchen on the mat, and we getting it popping. We doing what we got to do. So sometimes you meet certain people, you do certain things, it goes left, but you got to keep it pushing. And that's stuff that we promote often. Like, every quote, we always get back around to, you still got to do what you got to do. Yeah. So I just think that Charlotte Community Radio was our start, and we are appreciative, and we wish y'all the best just as we know y'all wish us the best. It is what it is.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, I think that it gave us, like, everybody plays a role in your life, and like you said, we talk about every week how you need to, everything you learn from it, whether it goes bad or good, you learn from it, and this is a season, we talk about that every week, and I think it was time, like, it's kind of like time to practice what you preach, basically. And I think that everybody plays a role, and the role for Charlotte Community Radio was to, one, like she said, show us that we could do it. Because we were doing it, but we weren't really sure, and we wanted to do a podcast, we really didn't know how, but it showed us that we can do it, and then it showed us that we had something to talk about, and then it showed us that we had people that would listen. So it kind of gave us the momentum that we needed to, and the confidence to say, we need to keep this going, and because we grew passionate about it, like, we look forward to every Friday, so it kind of like pushed us, and you can't stop something like this. Just because things don't work out, you can't just be like, oh, peace, it was cool while it lasted, because we enjoyed this. So I think it gave us what we needed, and it's just, the beginning.
And also, people enjoy it, like, how can I listen? What happened? What happened this week?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey.
Yeah. And just to toot our own horn for a second, I think it's really good that we found a way to give people who have been, with us since the very first show, a way to continue to listen to us regardless of the circumstances of how they listen to us or now how they watch us, regardless of how it's changed. We found a way to do it, and I'm proud of us. And I think that a lot of people should remember, not only should you keep a positive group around you to keep you going, just believe in yourself, and you can also keep yourself going regardless. In the end, no matter who tries to knock you down, pick yourself up and follow your passion, follow your dreams.
Yeah, and I think in this whole situation, you have to be able to appreciate the things that did happen. and not harbor on the things that didn't happen or that stopped, because you'll find yourself, if you do that in life, nothing will ever be good enough. Nothing will ever satisfy you when you can't ever acknowledge or recognize the small things. So I think you gotta like acknowledge that we had a good start, we had a good platform, we learned some things, and now we're gonna use that to push us forward.
And we're gonna keep coming to you live. We hope that y'all make the pages so y'all can interact with us like y'all was doing on Mixler. We looking into Mixler. Maybe we'll be able to do it on both streams at the same time. Because Mixler was definitely the move, and we know that that's something that y'all got used to. Because Mixler always didn't pop like that until like the last 5, 6, 7 shows. It just took off. Everybody on Mixler communicate with us, and that's what really keep us going. So it won't just be like we talking y'all heads off, but we also can see you all's thoughts and interact with you all. But we are very appreciative of y'all. We thank y'all for supporting us. When we post, don't be afraid to retweet us, repost us. Because we still trying to get out there like normal. And I know we're going to be able to look back on these videos. And it's going to be stuff that's surfacing when we make it. Like, dang, they was sitting in the kitchen. They was at some
I ain't know Pierre's mom with NC State.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, ooh, Chanel hair got long.
Right.
But whatever. Like, so it's all a part of our story. That's what we really appreciate in the end.
And we want y'all to give us suggestions too. So now we really get a lot of things. We can talk about really anything.
Yeah,
y'all
no barriers.
Suggestions on what y'all want us to talk about. If y'all got an article that y'all think we could even just like touch on and discuss, like send us the link, tag us in it. Like we're open to suggestions.
Because we definitely are open vessels. We like an open panel sitting here, willing to talk about whatever.
We all different.
We all definitely 3 different perspectives, 3 different views. But hey, next Friday we're gonna be here.
Yes.
We might be at Peace Place next Friday.
Oh! We're at Peace Place.
Drop. But yeah, either way, we're gonna be coming to y'all. We're gonna give it to y'all straight.
I'll give you some Wi-Fi.
Straight face.
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks.
All right. Well,
we appreciate you listening. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm Pierre Javon.
I'm Nikki Rose.
And I'm Nelly P. And we are
Fair Game. Life's not fair,
but we are.
Okay.
Drop.